Please show your support with a like, subscribe, or contribution to either the YouTube or Patreon page. Rise and Consequence of the Radical or Extremist, written and read by Jeremy Paul Boggess. The creation of the radical or extremist is not an accident. We can create the extremist initially through our own actions or inactions. And what is worse is that the insertion of any extremist has the tendency to exacerbate situations and encourage and embolden other extremists on all sides. In fact, the extremism on either side will eventually bring more extremism from both sides. Even the presence of the extremist can invite the opposite extremist. Combating the extremist with the opposite extremism only invites more extremists and extremism on both sides. We cannot afford to forget that extremism will only encourage other extremists. Therefore, we must be careful not to easily give way or sanction extremism, whether pro or con. In the immediacy of fear or the hope of reprieve, the moderate might grasp for the extremist because of something that they believe that the extremist possesses, can retain, or achieve. Just as one may take a large handful of something as they reach into a covered bowl, hoping to retain a few or the selected items that they want, they may grab for the handful in the extremist in the hope that a few may remain. Remember, the extremist is an opportunist, and their bases are never more powerful than when the culture they reside in experiences actual, perceived, or fabricated attack. We must also not fall into the false flag trap that the extremist may lay. Without this fear, real or imagined, the power as well as the influence of the extremist would be considerably diminished. The extremists themselves may not even necessarily believe in the more extreme or radical message. They may simply see it as a means to an end. Or worse, they may actually believe. If this is the case, then many more than if it was only pretense can easily follow and become fodder. Once the extremist finds an opportunity, they will exacerbate and feed upon dreams, passions, concerns, or fears. We must not forget that emotion can easily dominate over logic in a crowd. With the rhetoric of the extremist, practicality and even morality can become secondary. No matter where your loyalties or beliefs lie, the majority, and especially those that follow, will eventually pay the price for the extremists. And thank you again for your like, subscribe, or contribution to either the YouTube or Patreon page.